So we were talking earlier, and the thing that you want people to know the most is this is not a racing game. There's carts, but
this is not your average karting game. This is a full-fledged karting adventure. Right?
What does that mean?
Fun, fresh, addictive. It's got a great core of kart racing. Anyone can pick up and play, pick up the controller and play. Pardon me. They're racing right away.
We're good. We can
I'm relaxed.
Stretch your legs.
I just love my game so much.
That's what's good.
So anyone can pick up the controller and play it. You're drifting right away. You're boosting right away. You're exploring your levels. You're having a great time, with your friends racing. We've also added a battle mode. And that's a new mode to LittleBigPlanet Karting. And then that core of gameplay of the racing and battling is enhanced by other modes that we put in a full-fledged story mode. Sackboy's all about going on these crazy adventures to wild locations in the Imagisphere.
So when you talk about story and talk about Sackboy, what's the Stephen Fry situation? I want my Stephen Fry.
Wouldn't be LittleBigPlanet without the charming narrator.
It would not.
So he leads you through the new story mode.
Stephen Fry confirmed, yes?
Yep, he's in the game. Wouldn't be LittleBigPlanet without Stephen Fry. I think that's a world exclusive to you, Jeff, my friend.
Put that right in that pocket right there.
And he leads you through the story mode, and then Sackboy has to overcome these challenges. Posed to him by these really crazy, charming characters to save Craft World once again.
Yes, it always finds a way to get into trouble. So why don't we actually? Okay, well we'll just keep talking here. So we've seen. Let's talk about how we can create our own modes multiplayer. Now, in typical multiplayer fashion, you pick a race and you race against each other. That's what you would expect.
Anyone who loves classic kart racing, they're going to get right in with their friends. They can play online multiplayer with up to 8 players. At E3 this year, we're showing off the multiplayer so everyone can see just how addictive the game is. We have amazing races and battles at the office every day, right? We're all trash talking each other. We're going one more race, one more battle.
Hey,
we're going to see a battle soon here. And we just wanted the world to see how addictive this game is, right? Whether you're playing 8 players on the PlayStation Network or, in your living room, play full-way split screen, it's insanely fun against your friends, whether your friends are with you in your home or online on the PlayStation Network.
All right, so why don't we, what else is, when it comes to mode, we're trying to get a demo here. We're running live. Actually, I'm getting the thumbs up. We can get into the demo. Kyle Zundel, the producer of LittleBigPlanet Karting, is going to do that. So as soon as we switch the screen right on over, we're going to play. And until they do that, I'm just going to keep on talking.
Yeah,
William, we can talk about Vancouver.
Live TV, folks.
Yes. So talk about, if I wanted to create something completely different, like a team-based battle mode, how would that work?
Yeah, so what we've done in LittleBigPlanet Karting is we've taken all the power that people expect of a LittleBigPlanet levelator and put it in a karting game. So you can make a basic race, just by painting a new track, placing some objects, changing the AI difficulty, and boom, you've got your own custom fun race. Same thing with battle. You can create your own arena, right? Put whatever you want. This is one that we call Zeppelin's Rule, and it's got 2 different airships floating in the sky amongst the clouds, and you can actually jump from one ship to another. This is where karting adventure comes into play. That this isn't some ordinary just boxy arena. We are fighting on 2 badass ships in the sky.
Yeah, that other ship reminded me of something from the original Warhawk, or not the original Warhawk, but the PS3 Warhawk.
And then you look at everything that's within one of this level that we've made, and all of the tools that our level designers at United Front Games have used are on the Blu-ray. Right, so you can go in and customize any of this stuff. You can make your own arenas. You can customize your own weapons. You can adjust the AI difficulty. You can custom paint your own 3D objects in 3D space. Actually put them together using motors, animate them, have them trigger based on time, based on players.
So it's kind of like remixing.
Yeah, you can take everything that we give. Plus, you can paint your own stuff. You can script your own stuff. You can change the game rules. You can change. I don't know, it takes me a long time. You're
almost out of breath. Take a deep breath, and we'll get to the second page of features.
It takes us so long to talk about everything that you can customize. I could go on and on and on, but basically, Jeff, everything that you see here is something that you can customize. Any karting adventure you imagine, you can customize every single aspect of it.
See, I like that because, when you're given a blank canvas, sometimes it can be very intimidating. Where do I start? But sometimes someone who's not artistic like myself says, I like that, but I would love to have that with that,
Yeah, we lead you by the hand. We've got Stephen Fry, like leading you through tutorials. And we start with the basics, just doing a basic race, doing a basic battle, changing the main game modes and game rules. And then from there, the more time you invest in it, the more time you experiment with the tools, the more you discover that you can do with it.
So in this particular mode, we have the time ticking down here, about a minute left. Kyle's in third place. It's hard to play live, so he's
no pressure, Kyle.
Yeah.
No pressure.
But so this is just like pretty much a straight up death match.
Yeah. So we got a 5-minute time limit. Most hits in 5 minutes wins the match, right? And then I could change that. I could change the time limit. I could change the scoring system. I could change the characters that appear in this level. I could change just about anything. I changed the music. Again, I'm going down this long list, but the bottom line is anything you see here, you can customize and you can share with your friends in the community online.
And then you'll be able to upload those, to the
like even if you don't create, you can go online from day one, and other people who have done all this customization, they've made their own karting adventures from scratch. You get to enjoy them for free, right? So it's a new karting game every single day, right? And that includes, I think a minute ago, Jeff, you mentioned like modes like Capture the Flag. Team modes like, Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, like just about treasure hunts, score attacks.
Stuff you associate almost more with shooters and tactical
all
games.
of that stuff is possible in the level editor in Little Big Planet Karting.
There we go. So the social features, I think, would become very important at that point, because when there's so many things created, we know millions and millions of Little Big Planet levels were created.
Yeah, there's almost 7 million levels in Little Big Planet so far.
It won like a Guinness Award and everything. How are people going to be able to sort through and find the best stuff? You won, didn't you, Kyle? Very good.
Yeah, the
community
community features in Little Big Planet have been so strong, right? You can't build a strong community without strong community features. So all of the features that people expect in Little Big Planet are in Little Big Planet Karting. So, being able to jump into cool levels, being able to dive into random levels, checking out the newest levels, the busiest levels, being able to go into your recent activity, see what your friends are playing, see what your hearted creators are playing, being able to access that from the website. All of those ways that, the very best, the funnest, most creative, wildest creations, get out there and, catch on virally. Like, the community's already proven that they find the gems in the community and push them to the top. All of that is in Little Big Planet Karting.
All right, so what is next for you guys? Like, what haven't we seen, and what are you going to do between now and release? What's left on the table?
Yeah, we're concentrating 110% on making, like, this version for the PS3 as best as it can be. We've got some new features that we're polishing, like the PlayStation Move racing wheel that was just announced last night.
That's right. Thanks for reminding me.
So that one's great for multiplayer because, there's nothing like getting out of your seat and having the wheel and getting physical with the game. And it's kind of hefty, it's kind of burly, just like classic arcade game wheels, right? So you can really get into the action. And plus, you can have more than one of them, attached to Little Big Planet Karting. So everyone's playing with these big steering wheels.
Yeah, I was messing around with the wheel, and it's cool because it's not just a hunk of plastic that you stick it in and. Wow, I could do that, but it actually, there's buttons associated with it.
It's got all the buttons you need,
and it has
all
the
abilities.
Out. You can do like a sort of a motorcycle revving thing.
It's also got all the buttons for spinning, for slap fights. It uses the DualShock, so you're not missing out on any vibration effects in the game. And then also, what's really, really cool is the gem on top actually changes color to match the weapon that you get. So at a glance, you can see that I've got a straight shot, or I've got a seeker, or I've got fast forward. It's really, really cool.
And like so many PlayStation Move games, if it's not your cup of tea, DualShock it is, and that'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Too. It's an additive experience.
Every single person has a DualShock. It's a DualShock in the level editor, so every single person can experiment with the level editor. But the racing wheel's pretty cool too.
All right, very cool. William Ho, thanks very much for taking time to show us this battle mode here for Little Big Planet Karting, a karting adventure. Don't call it a racing game.